Hello, Professor. My name is Zhou Yixuan. I'm a student from Master of Business Administration from Yuanzhi University. The topic of my research is exploring the relationship between psychological contract, organizational commitment, and job involvement, and is aimed at careers. Next, I will go through these 5 parts. First part, introduction. In 2020, the consumption in the single season of the food delivery industry in Taiwan exceeds 3 billion NT dollars, and the growth rate in the same period reached 326%. Through this data, we can see that this industry is growing really fast in Taiwan, but there are some problems appeared. The couriers started to go on strike or organize a protest for some reasons. This situation may cause serious problems like the view or the performance of the platform are affected. So if we want to prevent this from happening, we must to do something. So here are the purpose of my research. Discuss with background variable will affect the psychological contract, organizational commitment, and job involvement of the couriers. Understand whether the psychological contract of the couriers will affect their organizational commitment. And understand whether the psychological contract of the couriers will affect their job involvement. And the second part is literature review. According to the current situation, we divide delivery service and couriers into 3 types. First one is large-scale chain catering companies like McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut. And the second one is delivery platform like Foodpanda or Uber Eats. And the third one is private carrier like box meal store or street vendor. And the next literature review of psychological contract, organizational commitment, and job involvement. And there are lots of researches and made different definitions for these 3 variables. And here are the definitions we used in this research. Psychological contract, we use sales et al. The definition of sales et al. And the organization commitment, we use the definition of Porter et al. And the job involvement, we use the Scaffolding et al. And there are also lots of research is about the relationship between psychological contract, organizational commitment, and job involvement. And here is our resources hypothesis. The first one is psychological contract has a significant impact on organizational commitment. And the second one is the psychological contract has a significant impact on job involvement. And we use the psychological contract scale and organizational commitment questionnaire and ultra work engagement scale in this research. And we also collected some individual variable. So the next part is the result. There are totally 293 return questionnaire, and effective sample is 277, and the effective sample rate is 94.5%. And the compound alpha of 3 variables are more than 0.7, so it's valid. And we use Pearson correlation regression analysis to get this result. We can see that only the time frame and tangibility of psychological contract have significant impact on organizational commitment. And here we can see that only the time frame of psychological contract have significant impact on job involvement. And next, we use t-test and ANOVA to get this result. We can see that the gender and education location have significant difference on psychological contract, and the delivery platform have significant difference on organizational commitment. And there is no individual variable have significant difference on job involvement. And the final part is discussion and conclusion. Through the analysis, we can find that the time frame of psychological contract has a positive correlation with organizational commitment, and the tangibility of psychological contract have a negative correlation with organizational commitment. And the time frame of psychological contract has a positive correlation with job involvement. So the hypotheses 1 and 2 are both partly true. And through this analysis, we sum up some implications. The first one is provide long-term partnership, and the second one is reduce the relevant specification. And these 2 points can let them have a higher organization commitment to the company and be more dedicated to their work, so that the platform service to the customer will be more stable and even improve the service quality and create higher benefits. And in particular, in this research process, in order to collect the data, I joined many social media delivery organizations. I also read many posts from Courier, and there are many dissatisfaction and appeared about the platform. Using post and response to observe the situation faced the Courier and related demand is believed to be of great help to the decision making. And here is the end of my report. Thank you for your listening.